Alright, recording my heads up because that's how I study. Maybe if chip breaks and interesting hands happen up here, then consider making it a video, but I doubt it. I think here at the Ace King we just, I mean, you could maybe pick a value bet sizing, but I don't mind also checking it back. Go with the check this time on a 7, because I don't really like splitting this board. I don't think it wants the big bet. I think here on the turn it still doesn't like to big bet too often. On a 5 we'll check. Hand just doesn't need to bluff. And here we're going to bet here. First block here. Take our showdown now on the river. Everyone. I'm gonna check back. Actually, I think it's okay to have some 3x in the betting range. Like just because we have showdown, when he calls, he has a lot of better hands. So, all right, I'm gonna be calling the AJS here. I think I saw on this board you can like lead these flops a lot, but I don't know if versus his range if it makes sense. He does like the 4 with the AQ a lot, so it's kind of pretty shitty. And just gonna check here. Actually, on the overbet, we have a lot more 7x than he does. Gonna call here. We could actually raise. We don't have the ace-6 of hearts. He doesn't really have any suited a6 though. He just has hands like ace-9, ace-10 off, but he in practice, I don't know if this guy has them. I timed out here. I wanted to. Oh wow, saved a lot of money. I think I'm gonna raise here actually. And get my hand in. I'm trying to think what the better way to get stacked is. Maybe I picked the wrong way. I'm gonna run that one. I don't know. I should look at the number. So here I play pot or check. With the ace of clubs, you do want to check more, but I just don't think ace-5 ever checks. I'm pretty sure top. Oh no, doesn't top bottom check a lot? Oh fuck, I forget. This hand can check. I'm gonna check this one. With the club too. And I think here we go for the check jam. When he pots it into us. Oh, same hand. We can free roll him though with the clubs. Oh! That's a running hot emoji. I knew his pot was nutted, but he basically never has a hand that beats mine. Let's see, pocket 5s. Ace deuce on a 5 is actually going to be a call. It's one of the 2 suited aces that call. Here I check, turn is paired to 4, which isn't necessarily a good card for us. I'm going to turn this hand into a bluff, obviously. I'm going to want to bluff some jack X. Having a draw to the nuts is really nice. Fuck. I'm gonna check. Could have reevaluated flop. I'm not gonna play this table here. I'm gonna fold. Oh man. I'm already down a decent amount into the session though. I lost the flip, so getting the free roll W was pretty nice. Here we can bet a third, I think. I don't know if this type of hand wants to. On 47, I think it's okay. My opponent's fold to see if it is decently high versus these small bets, so I don't mind it. What the hell happened here? This guy called. Wait, what? 10-3 suited, just gonna be a call. And just gonna fold versus the big bet on the flop. Jesus, what? Let me drag it. I'm just trying to see if any other 2-5 opens up here. I'd definitely play it. 8-6 is a mix. I'm gonna fold here. This is an open. I'm gonna ask if he wants to play more. I'm down for more tables. Here, big better check on this number. I'm just gonna check. Here, I think it's half pot or check. The flush draw. Just gonna half pot this hand. Seems good. On a 33, but just double blocker. I think this one would bet really high frequency, but especially the 6 seems good to have. Just the overbet here. I'm just gonna fold. I don't know why you would overbet here. He just hopes I get state like. Good luck us. On a 9, I think we could consider calling this one. But maybe not versus him since he 4-bet calls off 8s. But I don't know if he's rolling for that. I do 3-bet a lot, but he must be rolling. I need to get rid of this action tracker. On a 9, I don't know if 10s ever considers calling. I don't think anything above 10s. I mean, aces and kings call. I think 10s just shoves. Kings mixes. Ace is almost pure. So. I can run as many as he wants, so. Here, I think this hand wants to bet a third a lot. I mean, with double bad suit, kind of sucks not having a heart here because you want to be able to hit like hearts. 9-8 suit, it's actually not a good blocker. Like that's why the 9 hearts would be really nice here. 5-8 is good because he never has 5-8 off. I mean, you never know how these guys are playing. His big bet here is so nutted, but I still can't justify folding the top pair, obviously. Check it back every now and then. I don't know what I rolled. 86, now we're going to bet in the delay. We check back a lot of 7x, so we're just going to rep that. Versus this size, the thing is he doesn't have that many 8x, ace-x that actually bets here, unless he has ace-x of spades. So he actually is really weighted towards draws, so I'm just going to call. 9-6 got there, 6-5 got there, expect him to, okay, he had a hand like 10s. And he went for the thin Valerie. Okay, if he's doing that all the time, I think we should be aggressive on the turn with check raises. I'm never raising his flop bets. He's just too nutted. I mean, actually, I wouldn't mind it on that spot, actually. If I had 7-8, I would definitely raise. If I had a set, I would definitely raise, so. Just to get the value. Is he done? Oh no, he's swapping his seat. Here I think top and bottom is almost always gonna bet, so I'll just bet it. On a 6, I don't think this hand considers folding, especially with the recreational on the big blind. Here I like to play a lot of big bets and stuff, but we'll check here. Here I'm gonna check as well. I think this hand can check it. Actually, there's a lot of draws. Queen X of clubs. I'll bet this hand. Going to call the ace-5 here. I think it's too good of a hand to gonna just call here. Not the turn I wanted to see. Gonna check here. I don't know why I just wasted so much time bank. No heart. Gonna check again. 6 is good enough to value bet this river if he isn't. We float a lot here. We can easily value bet river, I think. He picks up a lot of jack X. I'm gonna probably play 60% here with most of my a6. I mean, we do have a lot of bluffs, so maybe we just go bigger. He doesn't really trap too much. We could bluff so many hands here, right? So we could just go thin and bluff a lot. I don't know how often he has a really strong hand, but we're gonna go for the bet here. We block the nutted hands, and we also block some of the bluffs. Like pocket fives, pocket fours that are gonna rip on us. Obviously, we'd have to fold to a jam here. He just has kings. Fair spot for him. Kings is pretty decent, because I don't think I'm gonna have too many bluffs with the king. Maybe I could be wrong. The jack's probably better though. Is it? Yeah, has to be. But it just depends on your side card. Yeah, jack is obviously always better, because I do have like jack 7 suited. I do have... I don't have jack 7 suited, what am I talking about? Maybe kings is better, because I'm... Do I value bet king jack on the river? Maybe queens is better than kings though. I don't know. I'm kind of zoning out here. Damn, I almost closed this table because I was trying to close the replayer. Oopsie. I just said oopsie. I'm so silly. Yeah, I always like get up early in my heads up sessions and then I kind of punt it off. Not punt it off, I just run bad and lose it. But I'm gonna try and keep the win rate going. Try and kill this guy in this video. Ace deuce on a 12. This hand's never 3-betting. I've got a pretty solid heads up pre. Some stuff I'm a little dodgy on, but I think big bet he's just way too strong. He has like a leak. His big bets are way too strong. Not gonna even come close to hitting MDF. I do not care. If he starts big betting a lot, then I'll start thinking about it. But until he stops big betting once every 20 hands, then I'm just gonna assume it's nutted. Here versus 3x, I think we can just go to 13.6 versus fish. I guess I don't fucking know. King 6 gonna call here on that number. The lower you go down, lower than a 9, it starts serving less. I think just in general, the lower you go down, the less the 3 bets. It's pretty easy. Without a diamond here, I think we can just fold. Though, this is a board he might play big bet on if he had a good hand. So my exploit got me a little bit of something there. Just planning on raising flop and giving up, but I just thought it would work above half the time, which is about the price I need. Plus I can hit a king or a 5, so it's like pretty nice. Here on a 19 we'll call. This hand will occasionally 4-bet, I think. Don't want to play 1-2 right now. Gonna defend on a 36. Gonna call like the 2 cents or the B20. It's fine. Actually, we can raise a lot here without a diamond. We lock ace 10 suited too. Actually, I'm gonna go for the fast play angle. I don't know if that's correct, but we rolled a 79 with ace of hearts. The ace of hearts wasn't even the backdoor blocker, right? It was a spade, yeah. So we blocked so many continues. There's a lot of fast plays. Let's say, for example, we raise, turn comes off a spade, he has ace 5 spades, he's calling off, ace whatever. Sometimes it's better just to fast play and get the money in there. And allows you to bluff the spot too. Like you kind of just accept that he has a Kong and you don't, but there's just less combos of it when there's an ace also on the board. A lot of times people don't triple barrel ace highs as bluffs, and I'm just gonna call ace queen down anyway, so I'd rather just fast play the right version. Kind of unintuitive because you feel like you only get called by. Oh shit, my headset cut out. I wonder if that was just me talking into the air. Let's see if my mic is still working on my Streamlabs. Has it been working? I think so. 86 will three. Ah, it's a recreational. No need to merge. We'll just see a flop with a decent hand. I guess we'll check back the blue one. Decent hand here. I guess we can check though again. Like, what's the point of betting? And just call river. See if a 10. That's an ace. He checks again. We'll just let him bluff rivers. He probably has nothing. Okay. I mean, to be fair, we unblock a lot of like continues with our hand. Check sometimes, then a 98. That's not going to be now. With the club, we bet more often. But here, it's going to be a mix. Actually, I think you can play big bet. Damn, I need to review a lot of this heads up shit. I studied recently. The second you stop studying it, though, you lose it all. It's so sad. King 8 does actually 3-bet sometimes. It is just recreational. We rolled a 66. We'll do it. To be fair, though, from the small blind, the main objective is to get your opponents to fold. Right, that's the main objective. You're playing out of position, so... I guess I'll just bet half pot here on this flop. It seems fine with this hand. He's probably floating too wide, so he's gonna have to overfold versus size. When this bullshit happens, whatever. I don't really like my play, actually. I think I should just be tighter versus recreational. Here, we can raise sometimes. We have a pretty good end to do it, actually. Gonna do it. I think preferably you would have overs to the 8s, like 10-9 would be a better, but wrapping around with a heart, it's pretty good. Plus, not to mention, I think he's probably overfolding. I guess we'll call 9s here. It's close, though, but there's people behind me that might call hands I can set over set. Potentially scoop a 300 big one pot. Comes like 9-5 deuce, he has aces, I have 9s, he has 5s. Or it could come that, and we could just lose 10 bigs. I'm gonna bet a third here. My hand is definitely good enough to bet. I'm gonna fold with that action behind me. This guy could have 5s or 3s. And then even if he's bluffing, I lose. So it's like way worse odds than a call. This is pot or check. With the diamond suit, what do we want to bet more? We'll just do it. Actually, yeah, we'll do it. Where's the overbet here? I'm just gonna fold. Okay, we're gonna overbet here. If he has a deuce, he has a deuce, but like, come on. If he has a Q, he has a Q, but we're all in. Good luck us. Huh. That guy's getting the Baccarat reg tag. I think Jack 9 on a 5 here actually considers some things, but gonna check here for sure. Heads up, what is the size here? I think it's 9, it's 15%, I think. If I had to guess. So, fuck. So what, it's like 6 point, it's probably like 7 bigs. Seems fire. River here, I'm gonna bet for value. Unless he has a 4. If he shoves, I'm just gonna fold, because I just don't think... We could have a 4 also as played. Wow. With the ace of clubs, we could consider checking back, but I just don't think so on this board. I mean, what does he really have? We're just never getting the bluff equity, so... We rivered the stone nuts. Watch him have aces. How many bluffs do we have here? We do have bluffs, right? But we block his calling range. We probably just have to go all in, right? We could probably bet a third here though. Like, what bluffs do we have? We just have like Jack 4, Jack deuce. Yeah, I guess. Because we have like no bluffs, shouldn't we just size down? Alright, we'll shove. Good thing we shove. Just a cooler. By the way, King 8 suited's not a 3-bet. It's like the one. It's the one king. At least in GTO Wizard Sims, which I run. That's obviously just a suck out though. 10 deuce, I think it's just a pure fold. Where did I lose a bunch of money? Here did I lose a lot? I don't even remember. I feel like I lost a big pot somewhere on GG just now. Turn 3 is obviously annoying, right? But there's just so many draws on this board. Jack 8 gets there. I just rather let him bluff. We block so much of his calling range. Ah, he just had the 9. Gonna fold here. 23. Gonna call the 6s here. On a 23, what the hell? On this board we could lead with 6s. He basically never hits it, so we'll go for the lead. Here, I think on an 88 we could bet. Having the spade is bad though, but like on an 88, like we can just flick it in, right? Maybe this hand just never bets. I mean, we kind of have wraparound potential though. I'm a noob. I rolled a high number, I'm gonna bet. But I think like if I don't know, I should just I just can identify that the combos are bad. I should just not bluff it. I think I have the right idea here. Here I don't mind playing overbet now on the turn. This thing about the turn though is we don't have too much 7x. I mean we have a decent amount. Probably a small overbet's probably fine. Here I just want to fold, but it's like such a good price. And the stack depth is kind of weird. But downside of having unders here. The last time he raised, he had 10-8, 10-9. He like raises some of his 10x on the board flop versus me. I think we just have a value bet here on the river. We have so many potential bluffs, and he has a lot of 4 and 3x. I'm just gonna bet for value. He checks into me, sus. I'm just gonna check again. I would check almost all my hands here unless I had like 5s or 8s. Even then I would check, cause like why bet? Because he should just bet that board pure, so it's just kind of suspicious when he checks. I really don't think he has a check fold there. I could have the wrong read, but I don't know. 38 here. I think we'll just call then. This 1/3 is so weak on these types of boards. I'm gonna raise, even though like maybe it's like, oh well he's gonna fold and you have the top pair. I'd still rather, because it's just weak in general. He might protect it with deuce at 6x, so we get more value. We're just never like coolered here that often. It's kind of my idea. I don't mind checking here, but there's just a lot of other hands that can still pay us. Weaker 9x. I think here maybe we should just polarize the 2-pair plus though and check and trap his bluffs, because he's gonna have a lot of them. That's probably the right idea. Should just check a very high frequency there. I guess I was just thinking my hand's very vulnerable to still his overcards, so I don't mind betting. But, it is what it is. I have block a jack, so if he has a hand like queen jack that he floated for no reason or some shit, then we kind of want him to spike it. It'd be different if I had a hand like 9-8. Here, I think on this number we can bet 33. Assuming I'm playing a bet 33 strategy. Here, you can play big bet a lot. On a 94 I'll do it. It is just a fish and just putting money in the pot versus recreationals. Gonna call here, but this is a board he would definitely play big bet on if he had a good hand. Just gonna bet half pot here. I do think he follows through with a lot of his 10x. Unless he has pair plus 10x, and since we have 2 pair, we're in a good spot. This is probably not good enough to OB. He has better 5x as the leak, so I'm just gonna check. I mean, I don't mind the OB. I feel like we want to polarize to just over better check in that line. We're not checking much jack x on the turn. I guess I'll keep the fish in. It's okay. It's a good spot to squeeze though. Very profitable. But I took too long, and when you take too long with a hand like that, it's really unlikely I took that long with a really nutted hand. So my instinct is just gonna be a call. Here versus the big bet, we're just gonna fold, even though my hand might be a sneaky call or raise. I'm just going to. You see these types of boards, he just sizes up when he has too strong of a hand. Here on a 98, I guess we'll play the big bet. Though ace king, it's kind of like when you have the club though, we're pushing a lot of equity and we still get called when we're ahead. Wow. Here I'm just gonna bet half pot. Maybe it's a big bet spot actually. Still. He has some flushes, but we have ace king advantage, and we still have the high flushes that he doesn't have. So generally, it's still a pretty good card for us. That would have been an okay ace-x, I guess, to check back. But I think you would rather check back the a-calling combo, because he's going to bluff more ace-x of whatever than he is king-x on the river, I think. Because of the hands he naturally has on the flop. And he never really has the nut flush, that doesn't matter. You would rather just have a better bluff catcher. He's going to have more king-eye flushes than he is going to have ace-highs. And a lot more ace-high bluffs to block my calling range. But I could be wrong. Here versus the big bet, obviously we know he's strong, but I'm still going to call. We have a sneaky little hand to just rip here, but I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that relevant. He never has pocket five, so it's not a relevant blocker. It just adds extra equity, but since he's like stronger than normal, I think we have an okay check raise here. I mean, what does he have that big bet slow plays now? Is he just pot controlling? Like, I'm gonna call. Yeah. He just doesn't have. He's not repping anything. He just wants me to fold some bullshit. I'm not gonna fold bullshit though. Sorry. Gonna check back. Easy call here with the ace nine. I just block too many of his strong hands. We block ace 10 of diamonds, which isn't too relevant, but there's so many bluffs here, and we block none of them. We're gonna easily call turn on river. Oh, he gets there with so many of his hands. If he checks, do we just shove? Okay, we fold. He probably has a 10. Or he has KJ. Having a 9 there's good. We just block a little bit more of his strength. Easy bluff here on the river for me. A6 is like one of the main ace-highs that call. Here we just want to slow play some more hearts. We have a good check raise probably. Then now I'll probably just take my showdown. Kind of block ace high though, which is kind of whatever. But I think we could actually play big bet or check here. I've been overdoing the 1/3, so now I need to reanalyze my flop strategy in a lot of spots. But yeah, I definitely need to work on my flops again. I have to study more heads up. I've been studying way more 6-max recently, but my heads up is definitely full. I just get so much worse so fast. It's so hard to do both. And here in the bet check bet, we just have to bet our king x. This line looks so bluffy. First the big bet, still gonna call the queen x. Definitely gonna lead here. We have a lot more queen x than him after the big bet, so gonna lead. It is weird because there's already a mid straight. Wow, we just have the nuts. I think we just bet here. And then call off a jam if he has queen 10 or queen 8. That sucks. If he has 10s or 8s, we stack him. If he has king jack, or if he has jack 9, he might raise me. So he folds. It's good to have some like call offs in your bet range. I played a hand earlier where I just just because if you're never leading boats, then you don't have any snaps when he shoves, and the 5's pretty irrelevant. So I'd rather just lead that 5x. Then like obviously if I had like queen 8 that led, I would rather trap that now because an 8x is gonna start folding on the river. I believe so. You unblock more bluffs. The 5 is pretty meh. I unblock a lot of the hands that are gonna call me still. And then I have a pretty good snap call in the river. Versus a jam, which you need to have some. You can't just only bluff catch. So wait, I 3-bet ace deuce here, which is like a frequency play. It's not a pure mistake. And the question is, does this want to be the flush draw we big bet? I do think so. So yeah, I think we just pot it though. Gonna be raising a lot of his 1/3s here. I mean, we know he's weak and we have a nutted hand, so it's kind of like probably should just what's the word? Trap him. Maybe he bluffs more, or he turns an ace. He almost never has king queen. Gonna be calling king 10 here. What a weird spot. Probably just calling a lot on the flop. There's no point of raising ever. I don't think we would build a raising range here. So, even though it's like a cool bluff, it's like, why would you ever fast play any ace? You could just call. And we're gonna check and take our showdown here this one. Don't like that card. Don't like it at all. Gonna just have to call some king high. I think he's a jack, but yep. So fucking shit. He could, I think, bet bigger with a jack there. His queen is a good kicker, and we're gonna have a lot worse jack X on the river. And letting me see. To be fair, he got the value from like a large part of my range, so I guess it's okay. And you can't always bet your hand strength. Yeah, I actually like the block. I like the block. I take it back. Oh, I'm just gonna check back here with the 10-8. Ace 3 here is usually a call. I think we're gonna have to call it. Yeah. He just under 4-bet though, this guy I know, so it's just like, Gonna easily call this with the backdoor hearts. We have a gut shot. Easy call here at the 10-8. I think we just fold here. He usually doesn't actually stab this spot again from experience. He usually just gives up. So he has such a strong hand. We do have a gutter though. And an ace probably isn't actually even that live. I mean, you could have queen jack. No, he doesn't. He never has queen jack though. I'm just gonna muck. And I'm gonna call this like 2 cents river bet. Yeah, whatever. Just kind of figured he had a jack. I could maybe fold. I don't know if he really picks a bluff for that size. I don't mind it though. I'm a station. Risk the big bet here. We're gonna just call the jack for. You do have more deuces than he does. I don't think he big bet. Actually, he might big bet some a6 on the flop. But I'd rather check raise my hand. Actually, he has just so much 5x that if we check raise here, we're just check jamming. We have 4 deuce suited. I rolled a 4. I think you'd rather have 6-4 because he probably calls a 5. You'd rather have 4-3 too, but he never really checks. You probably ace-6 maybe is better too. Building around the ace is kind of important. I mean, he still bets aces pure, but you just don't want him to have a hand like ace-3 here, right? Or ace-4. That's might call you actually. Well, funny enough. Maybe not. Maybe spots overfolded and I should just rip because it probably just prints. And I do actually have a lot of full houses as played, so I can actually find a lot of bluff. And he unexploitably, I think he has none. But I rolled a low number. If I rolled a high one, I was gonna go with it. The club was also a good combo to have. Queen 8. Just gonna be raising these 1/3. He's just overfolding, and he plays big bet on these boards. Turn a queen, gonna check. Keep his bluffs in. I don't know, I think he has ace high. That's my read. He might have a 10. Like a weaker 10. Damn, he never bluffs for the size, bro. But I'm just gonna call. Yeah, I should just know. He never bluffs for that size. I don't know why I'm calling. And down here, he did it again. Here, I guess I just call because there's so many bluffs. Yeah, nice hand. Like, I guess it makes sense. He just has like a weak 10. It's just sort of fold the queen there. And I kind of blocked the weak 10s that I was thinking of. Like, he had 10-9, but I had 10-8, right? So I blocked that. So it's like one of the better queen X to call with. It's an unfortunate spot. He just really likes doing this like stupid fucking... Where you're supposed to have more bluffs when you go big, and he just never has any. So the exploit is just folding. Here, I think we can just fold flop, whatever. He does overfold, and he does c-bet range, so we could just literally call everything and probably make money, but I'll just fold some shit. That misses the board horrendously. Like if 5 comes off and I lose to like 7s, I'll just kill myself. In my GG leaderboard, I'm losing spots from playing heads up here, but I just want to focus. Because we're getting cooked a bit now. What's like bothering me? There's something in my head that's bothering a certain hand. I think it's the not bluffing, that one spot. Is that what it was? So is it really not bluffing Jack 4? And it's obviously calling us over, but... So he flats. They're both fish. I should just fast play my hand. He could have a lot of higher flushes. I'm not like higher flush draws. Oh, I rolled the 100. I should raise. That's a mistake. King 9 suited on a 35. This deep, we're just gonna call. You want way more nutted hands the deeper you go. I'll raise here on this flop. Oh, I actually led into him. Wow, I just made a huge mistake down here. If I shove, do I ever get called by worse? It is a fish. Yeah, I'm just gonna rip. It's a fish. I mean, there's some higher flushes, right? Like, he could just be tanking with, like, Jack 3 of clubs here, 8 3 of clubs. Like, yeah, maybe it's just bad. If he's never calling worse than a flush, it's obviously terrible. I'm just gonna check now. And gonna check river. I don't know why I was tanking here. Versus this like insane bet again. I'm just gonna fold versus this guy. Spams. He big bets king 6-7. Just sizes his hand strength every street. It's like insane. On a 14, we'll just fold this hand. 8-5, just gonna fold. I feel like I had bigger stacks, but I lost a lot of these hands. It always happens at once, where you just lose 2 buy-ins. Gonna bet a third here. Here I'm gonna bet, yeah, we'll bet a third. I'm recording for 39 minutes, alright. There's gonna be a lot of mistakes in this video, that's a warning by the way. I'm not as good at heads up as I am 6max. I mean, but it's just naturally harder to play heads up, there's just more decisions. Yeah, more EV errors. Here versus thing, I'm just gonna raise again. Last time you saw me do it with the queen it off, so. And I know he plays big bet, so I just like attacking with just like really high frequency raises. Like I don't really care if I have pocket threes there. I mean, maybe if I have like pocket fours, I'm okay with him spiking an ace or some bullshit or his overcard, right, and not raising him. But outside of that, there's no real upside in trapping. Like most hands on that board are vulnerable, so I'd rather raise a lot, even if I know he has a weaker range. I rolled a lower number here, which is why I flatted. Obviously a mix. Same thing here, especially with a nut. On a 65, we're gonna raise. Now he's doing this thing where he 3-bets bigger. He just starts doing this randomly throughout the session. On an 89, we will 3-bet this. I think it's a fold of a 4-bet. Holy fuck. I think we could build a checking range here. He basically never has an over. It's just 9s and 10s maybe, but he's been 3-betting these. I'm gonna check again. Oh wow, here we have like insane spot with the straight. I'm gonna take a really long time here and then raise him. I guess we just have to call, right? I mean, is he ever bluffing this spot? Here. Do I block bet and hope he rips, or do I just jam all in because the ace is a good card? And I'm just gonna jam all in. I don't think a pocket pair calls either, so. I mean, how do I fold? What's my note? I mean, we gotta call this one. Oh my god. Thank god. Why would you rip that over and over bet? Like, I was literally like, was he trying to free roll me? Hopefully this guy just ints. I wanted a minder to check on the river by me. Like, I hit so much ace x, but I also hit a lot of hearts. So it's like a weird spot where like all my bluffs kind of get there. And I'm like really merged. But that's also why jamming is like kind of weird, but then it's just like, I could have blocked. I could have blocked and introduced the bluff maybe from like a pocket pair. But this guy, he actually, okay, I say he doesn't bluff, but he might actually find a bluff in a big spot like that. Because he isn't like a complete idiot. I guess I don't know how to explain it. Kind of mad at myself for not finding the block there. But I'm blocking all the hearts. It's just like, and obviously a flush is never folding. He's never folding a flush. I know this guy, so it's not like that. I'm saying, I guess I'm saying more. Does he rejam a flush? No. Here at this depth, we could overbet. I actually like it. I mean, the queen is a little weird because we both have ace queen. But I like it. I like it. It's like, what's the point of playing b75? Like, even AJ is probably good enough to be 125 there. It's heads up. Oh man, I'm so fucking mad. I don't bet fucking 33 on the fucking river. I'm so bad, man. I'm gonna run that for sure. Obviously, I'm gonna run most of these hands. I'm gonna rewatch it. I might post it. I haven't posted a minute, and I might not have an opportunity to post today because most of the time I'm playing 14 tables or I'm playing heads up and haven't been recording much. So, yeah. And especially GG, I'm 300 on the leaderboard right now, and where do I want to get to? I want to just finish second today for 600, so I'm gonna be grinding for that. So I might not have time to post. So we'll have a heads up video. It'll obviously reveal a bit how I play, but I'm planning on getting a lot better. So whatever. I mean, if Riverboat sees it, I lose some EV playing versus him long term for sure. But oh well. I mean, here it's just like he has so many bluffs compared to value. He probably just has value because it's a fish and he probably just win a bluff, but it's like, when I have a club, it's like, come on. Alright, I'm recording 44 minutes. I only have one table of heads up going now. I might go get some fucking coffee. Tens has been my versus riverboat. It's been my money maker. Tens in general, lifetime, the beast hand. I'm gonna fold. Deeper, I think this hand will 3-bet or to freak, so we'll do it now. 175. Alright, I think I'm going to be wrapping up the video in a sec. Alright, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.